We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, vì thứ pháp vội cập nhật thiết chúng sanh, thịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã mùng, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly hữu đạc lạc tất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sa Đan Thổ Sư Chế Đô Ye Ở La Hờ Đi San Miao San Pu Tô Xie. Nam mô Thác Đắc Tha Tô Già Đà Già A La Ha Đề Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Thoa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I am able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai qian wan jian an zao yu wo jin jie wen de shou qi yuan jie ru lai zhe shi. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Qingliang, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good knowing advisors, Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、清凉大士、师父、上人各位、出家人各位、上智士、弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư, Thượng Tiên Hoa Quý, tất cả các vị thiện sư thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 3rd of January 2025. We're here at Go Forest to begin our sutra lecture, the first sutra lecture of the year. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. I want you to know, I've been working all afternoon preparing sutra lectures, and it takes a lot out of you when you prepare sutra lectures. And so if I have nothing left to give you tonight, so be it. Okay. But anyway, I'm very proud of all of you. That is, our Chanchi has evolved so much. We started by copying, imitating the Chinese style. My Chinese teacher, Great Master YongHua, and it worked very, very well. Let me tell you, that Chan Chi style there that the Chinese have and the Hinayana have and whoever is really based upon grinding it out. The process to grind it out is to grind it out so that you really don't need a good known advisor. Case in point, Great Master Xu Yun, He was practicing on his own, and then in a hut somewhere in the mountain. And one day he decided to go down and participate in a chanchi. And basically, when he got there, he through a lot of hardship, he nearly died. He nearly drowned because it was torrential rains, karmic obstructions. When great things are about to happen to you, you will encounter a lot of obstructions, particularly going to the temples where you can get great things for yourself, great and wonderful things for yourself. And so he nearly died, but he persevered. He never gave up. And when he got to the temple, the abbot knew about him because Master Xu Yun, great Master Xu Yun, was known to be a devout and very sincere cultivator. He isolated himself in a hut for years and was not seeking fame and profit or anything at all. And so the abbot asked him to take over and assume the administrative duties for the abbot. And Master Xu Yun refused. Hey, I came here to become enlightened, to cultivate. I'm not here to work. And so the abbot punished him, really beat him until he bled. And Master Xu Yun took the beating and then actually made it very difficult for him even to even sit. And he persevered. He sat and sat and sat. Okay? And that's the spirit of Chan right there. And after a while, he became enlightened at the age of 54. At the time, I heard of the story. What I was told by Master YongHua disciples was that's fast. To me, it's damn slow, looking back. Why? Because they grind it out. Okay? This style of practice, the Chan Qi and the Fo Qi, are to be, is that you grind it out. And you're going to run, we're going to have some more instructions, wonderful instructions here from Master YongHua and Master Qingliang later on. And so it works very well because, Master Xu Yun, you look at the story, clearly he didn't really get much help from the abbot or the people there. It's just a place, a medium for him to practice. And unlike when he practiced in his hut, his Dharma protectors were protecting him, his own Dharma protectors only. Okay? But he went to the great temple there. There were, in my estimate, other bodhisattvas who decided to come to help Xu Yun. So they brought their own Dharma protectors, and that's why Master Xu Yun was able to overcome a lot of obstructions, and he finally became enlightened and reached 8th ground bodhisattva, no small feat. Okay? But he started cultivating at the age of 19. He practiced Huatou for 19 till 54. Someone help me out with the math. I'm not, I can't calculate tonight. How many years is that? You have to use a calculator? What? 35? 90 and 54. 35 years, 36 years. Okay? To go from zero, when he started, he's just an avid cultivator and believing, seeking enlightenment and so forth, whatever it meant. And then he went for 35 years, so he went from 0 to 8th round. And the Huatou is a sudden teaching Dharma, by the way. Not the best sudden teaching, but it's sudden teaching. And that's what he did. that symbolizes the way you practice the sudden Dharma in Mahayana. But it took a while, 35 years. Why is that? Because he committed a cardinal sin. He practiced by himself. And that's what I called Hinayana Mahayana. If you have Mahayana roots, you'll be seeking a good knowing advisor for instructions, and you would not need to go through 35 years of your life to become enlightened. So that Chinese Dharma there is, to me, all the Chinese Dharmas, all the other Dharmas that everyone practices out there, including Master Hsuan Hua's Dharma. Okay? I would never participate in his Dharma when he was alive, but I was disappointed at the questions that were asked to him, because the quality shows the quality of wisdom, the level of wisdom of the people who ask the questions. Okay? And that's why at those levels, it's good enough. But it's not good enough for you. So that's why, after a while, when I realized that my students, this community got to a level where you need to speed up the process, can no longer do the grinding thing. And so we switched to this format where we started explaining sutras. And it's experimental, to be honest with you, because I had to give you something deeper than the Chan instructions. And it seems to be helpful. So let me tell you, my conclusion after, this is my 20th year. Yeah. That's the longest thing I have ever done in anything in my life, becoming a beggar. It's nothing to write home about, okay? But I sort of like it more than anything else. That's why I'm still doing it. One day when I'm bored, I will quit, I assure you. So these lectures here, the process we're going through, during the weekdays, weeknights, we talk to you about Chan instructions, and learning from a Chinese, learning how they grind it out, what their instructions are, because there's a wealth of Chinese Chan instructions, and those wisdoms are very profound. I still don't know, because I never learned from a Chinese. I only read about it, okay? And even a lot of the audios we're listening to, for me, is the first time. Because the first time I read something, I heard something was on a cassette tape. It cost me like $145. At the time, I was very poor. I counted every single penny. I knew every single dollars I have. And so the sound wasn't great, but here, with so much help from all of you to transcribe it and to translate it, I'm so grateful. I have a chance to learn with all of you for that. I'm very, very grateful, let me tell you. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The Chinese, through Master Hsuan Hua, have perfected this grinding Dharma. So we should learn from it, okay? However, I feel that I hope that in the future we will be able to continue this format where we'll lecture sutras for you. It started because of the fact I realized that none of you would have the time to come every day to listen to sutra lectures. Okay, so I had to finish certain things. For example, I would like to finish certain chapters of the Avatamsaka Sutra. And since I'm really rather stupid and slow, everything I did, I explained takes forever. Like, what is it? The Varsha Sutra took me 3 years, okay? And the 6th page are explaining it like in a day or something. Okay? And then, what is it? Earth Sutra took 5 years, Avatamsaka Sutra took 3.5 years, and so forth. I'm very slow with my explanation. Maybe I got distracted by so many of the questions that you ask. But these sutras are very important because of the results we produce. Okay, our students got more advanced, much more advanced than the Chinese style of practice that Master Xu Yun and Great Master YongHua advocated. Okay, because it seems to me that they were preparing for people to grind it out because they know that the good knowing advisors are not available. So fundamentally, you have to learn to grind it out yourself. If you're lucky, you have enough blessings, you find a good knowing advisor, then you will achieve fruitions a lot quicker, much, much quicker than the Chinese. All right? And so, just want to share with you that this format will keep, because as is the case tonight, I hope to go into deeper and deeper concepts that will be very helpful to all of you and to me as well. Okay? And so, because these are the seeds for your these are fantastic seeds, Vajra seeds, that will be there for you forever, and until they sprout and help you reach enlightenment, whatever it means to you. But it's a fantastic thing. Okay? It's the best thing that could happen to you, I assure you. Because I've seen many enlightened people in this community, and they don't look back. They don't say that, oh, after all the time, all the grief Master gave me and pain he inflicted upon me, it was well worth it. Okay? Maybe one or two couldn't see it because they're stupid, not because, okay? Yeah, stupid people can become enlightened. So there's hope for you. Let's face it. Put your hands down. This is not the time to reveal your true self. All right? So enlightenment could happen to any of us. I assure you. This is why we're doing this. There's no discrimination. It doesn't matter. You short, you fat, you tall, you yellow, you white, you old, you young. Makes no difference. See, remember Master Xu Yun was enlightened at 54. There's no reason why you can't be enlightened before that. It's called sudden enlightenment, which hopefully we're going to tonight. Okay? But feel free to ask questions about anything, anytime. Okay? That's always our style. And if we don't get to the sutra, it's your fault. Yes, sir. Number 6.
YouTube we have a question from Da Nai. Emitofuo, what's the difference between Chan and other types of Buddhist teaching?
It starts out different. Chan, I feel that Chan, I don't know all the other teachings, all the other schools, because I only learned some schools. I was more interested in Chan, and then I had to learn Pure Land because I had to teach something. I wasn't sure I could understand Chan, so I said, well, let me see if I understand Pure Land. And because no one else understood Pure Land, not Jing Kung, not anyone else, not Master YongHua's disciples. They said, well, let me find something else that I do that I can do that others can't. So I switched to Pure Land, and then I advocated Chan and Pure Land in parallel practice, because some Tibetan sect call it parallel joint cultivation, which is should not be the case. Okay, and so I went to Pure Land. I understand Pure Land. I realized Pure Land is quite advanced. Through Pure Land, you can reach high levels and Xuyun and so forth. And so, and then as the nature of my work, I meddle a lot, because many of my disciples have severe depression. And unfortunately for me, early on, I messed up, and I'm partially responsible for a person's death. It's suicide because of depression. And so I declare war to them. I said, I'm going to fight you until my last breath. I will be your enemy until my last breath. And the next lifetime, the next lifetime, the next lifetime. And so in order to fight them, you can't use chant, you have to use mantras. So you see, I learn things by necessity, not because I wanted to. And so if you ask me what is the difference between Chan and the others, from what I've seen the 3 types, the 4 and 5 times of teachings from the Chinese, meaning Chan, Pure Land, secret school, teachings, and Vinaya, they're all equally important. Let me put it that way for you. Each one has its strength. For example, we're learning about the teaching school tonight. Why is teaching school important? Because it's the foundation of sudden enlightenment and the great enlightenment and the perfect enlightenment. Without the teaching school, you cannot go very high up there at all. That's why we're lecturing sutras for you. Okay? Vinaya. Vinaya is that I understand a little bit of Vinaya because I just spent about 6 months studying Vinaya. I went to Taiwan for 2 years. First year and a half is struggling to learn Chinese and surviving. And 6 months, that's when I read books and listened to tapes on the past lectures on the Vinaya. And so I learned enough. I came back and I meditated, and it dawned on me that Vinaya is a foundation of chant. So without Vinaya, there's no chant. So you could say that that Vinaya is a foundation of everything. And I feel, and I hope that in the future, and while I'm still alive, some of my disciples might become ambitious and said, I want to go learn Vinaya. And through the study of Vinaya, I can become enlightened and reach Mahasatna level or higher. That would be my ambition. Okay? I feel it's possible. I just don't have time to do it. It's too late for me to do it. Too old. Too tired. Okay? Too angry. Too poor. And so Vinaya is a fantastic school. If you can simply study Vinaya and you meditate on that, okay, you can really become enlightened. I feel. I haven't done it, but I feel this. I understand the process behind it about certain enlightenment, so I know with Vinaya, you still reach very high level, okay? The combination of Vinaya and Chan is necessary. You cannot teach Chan without understanding Vinaya. all my Chan teaching, you look carefully, you go back carefully the last 20 years, it's based on Vinaya. I don't say it's Vinaya because no one wants to hear it. But it's no Chan. You cannot become enlightened unless you are in accord with the Vinaya teachings. And the magical thing about it is that none of you realizes that our Chan instructions are also Vinaya instructions. That's why I'm warning you. If those of you in the future who say, I'm a Chan master, I'm not Pure Land, I'm not, Tantra, I'm a Chan master. You cannot be a Chan master unless you understand Vinaya. You cannot be at the top notch of our Wei-Yang lineage unless you understand the Vinaya. Case in point, Master YongHua provided a narrow, very, very narrow alley based on the Vinaya for my generation to reach our goals of cultivation. And the difference between us is that whoever, adheres to this alley, the best will go the furthest. Those who, after he died, he says, I'm now the boss, I'm now the best, therefore I'm going to do it my way. Don't do that. I'm warning you, because after I die, you want to make sure you surpass me. Then you say, now I can take liberties. But if you haven't surpassed me, you don't want to change my instructions. Is it clear? The mistake my peers make, my Dharma brothers make, is that they change his instructions. I did not. And that's what the pressure of fame and profit will do to you as a monk. I'm warning you. So, Jungin Sunim, drop it. I don't ever want you to even bring up that you're going to have a temple and you're going to get a temple for me. Get 10 temples, not one. I only go for big things. I'm not interested in small things. You hear? There's no fame, there's no profit until you reach Master YongHua's level. Then you're free to do whatever you want to do. But until then, I'm warning all of you, do not scheme for money. Do not scheme for fame. Do not scheme for profit. Because you're only shooting yourself in the foot. My master never did it. And he left behind him all the Chinese instructions and all these teachings here. We hopefully will go into tonight. If we can have fewer questions and simple questions, you see that these are incredible gifts he gave to the world, that only people like you have enough blessings to be interested. You may show up, but you say, I don't know, I'm just doing it here because. But it's because of your interest that challenges me to discover and tell you more about the hidden meaning behind these teachings. If you weren't interested yourself, yes, I would not spend so much energy to dig up what it really means. So I just talked about Pure Land. I talked about mantras, I talked about chant, I talked about teachings, I talked about Vinaya school, the 5 schools there. So the answer, long answer to the question is that each school is very important. This is why I feel that Chinese Mahayana is so advanced that if we simply, in our generation and future generation, we simply follow and specialize in those 5 schools there, okay, American Mahayana will thrive and prosper. Because it's the same principle. You don't want to get out of the alley until you surpass them. My attitude is that let's surpass the Chinese, then call it, and define our own style, okay? But right now, all you have to do is follow these 5 schools, and you get there, big time. Chinese is so profound, let me tell you. Unfortunately for the Chinese Mahayana, no one understands Vinaya anymore. Okay? And we will make sure that in the future, that those of you who are interested in choosing Vinaya, and you will be able to receive plenty of support and not having to worry about money or anything at all. That's my hope for all of you. Okay? Okay, so each school has its strength, but I personally like Chan, because Chan, strength is training technique. The Wei-Yang training technique to me is by far the best. Why is it the best? Because it's the training style that the master cannot limit his students' attainment. Whereas the other schools, Linji and the other schools, I feel the master's level actually hinders the student's level. We don't allow it to happen. It is no reason for you to go to a master and say, you are the best and I hope to be like you. Wei Yang's mindset, I want to beat you, I want to be better than you. I tried, but I'm too old to beat my master. Well, it doesn't mean I've stopped trying. I'm still trying. Yes, one.
Master, no question.
You answered the question? No question? What happened? You chicken out or?
I'll ask next week during Chan Talk.
Doing what?
During Chan Talk, I want to hear this.
You want to hear this sutra here? I have 100 slides. You see, we started on first slide tonight. Took me half an hour. You think how long would it take me to go to 100 slides? You might as well ask questions because, it's up to you. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Master, I have a question. Master, so after you gone, who should we follow? Should we follow your teaching or should we follow the next generation that you're appointing?
I have an answer for you. I don't give a damn. After I'm gone, what do I care? It's your life, man. When I'm here, I feel responsible for you. But when it's time for me to go, you know what? When I'm gone, I'm gone. I look at you and say, who you again? If you show up in my neighborhood in a Pure Land, I might recognize you. But if we meet again here in Saha World, don't hug my feet. It's very annoying. Okay? So after I'm gone, good luck to you, is the answer. I'm only responsible for you. I only feel responsible for you because I still have the strength to do it. If I run out of opportunities or time or strength and so forth, hey, you move on like I did. This is Wei Yang training. You remember Wei Yang training, okay? We should have, you follow the Wei Yang teachings, you'll be fine. Wei Yang Chan is fantastic. Anyone else? Yes, 6.
YouTube has a question from Sauces. Master has spoken
Sauces sounds like French influence. Chinese today have some very nice Chinese sauce I never had before. I like it. Yeah, thank you.
So Master has spoken about depression ghosts lately and said he likes them because they are stupid enough to show themselves. What is most important to prevent the depression ghosts from touching you?
You don't want them to not touch you. Let them touch you. Let them attack you. Just the ones that you can handle, not the ones you cannot handle. That's all. There's no need to be fearful. Listen. Cut it out. Don't be like, I don't want to suffer. You are suffering. One way or the other, we're here to suffer, like it or not. Agree or disagree? Tell me your life is full of joy and you're so happy that you see your husband, you want to hug him. Anyone? See, or the girls, you see what I mean? It's suffering. Life is suffering. Cut it out. Suffering is good for you. This is the nature of our world. Why do you think our Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, the great Buddha, my teacher, my boss, created this world was so full of suffering? It's for our own good. If you know how to handle your suffering, you will know great joy and true happiness. If you go to the Pure Land, you won't know suffering. That's why your speed of cultivation, your rate of achievement would be a lot slower. How much slower? 1,000,000 times slower, let me tell you. So there are always trade-offs. For those who are weak, and we've seen quite a few of them, haven't we? Look around you. I mean not here. Go to the supermarket. Go to a coffee shop. Okay? There's so many people who are so weak that they cannot take suffering. Suffering is so overwhelming for them. That's why Shakyamuni Buddha says, those of you who can't handle it, you should go to the Pure Land. I have a Dharma to help you go to the Pure Land because, forget it, it's too much for you here. You hear? If you find, this is very important, this is the nature of Pure Land Dharma. You find yourself suffer about something, like your husband. This husband makes you suffer, and you can never forgive him. Anyone? You're smiling again. Don't do that. because we notice everything. It means that the husband makes her suffer so much. No, I'm just... There's always something in this life that makes you suffer, that is, you cannot stand. No? I have one. Finally, she's dead. She's the only one who could hurt me. And she's dead already. Agree or disagree? There's somewhere in your heart you have a weakness where it really hurts when you provoked. Yeah? That's a Saha world for you. The weak people don't dare look at it. Those are the ones that should go to the Pure Land. Because in the Pure Land, okay, they will know no suffering whatsoever. And they'll progress safely. And they never know any suffering, only pleasure. Let me tell you, in the Pure Land, you go there, all the pleasure you experience here, whether it's here or in the heavens, okay, everything pales in comparison to the Pure Land. Everything. And that's why those people who are from the Pure Land back here, you can notice they're different because they're not easily tempted by anything here. I told you the old monk, hopefully he'll survive. We don't know whether he'll survive or not. Okay? The old monk is from the Pure Land. Look at what can tempt him now. Look at him. His entire life, his story. He suffered and suffered, okay? Because, when you're from the Pure Land, you suffer to make up for it all the time. You were in the Pure Land. That's normal. Okay? He suffered so much. Okay? What could tempt him, you think? Only two things now could tempt him. Number one, relics. We all know that. The only thing that excites him in life is relics. What a fool. Anyway, number two. What's number two? You don't know this. Only I know this. Huh? What's number two? I can reveal to you because I don't care. He doesn't care. He's too old now to worry about it. Yes, 5.
Is it women?
He's like 84 years old. What are you talking about? Is Wei Mountain is a comment or an answer or another question?
Hi, Master Emitofuo. Master, I realized this fasting that what makes me suffer is my arrogance. So I saw...
No, you arrogant?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
I repent.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I repent.
There you go. Don't be arrogant, then your suffering ends.
Yes, Master.
That's all?
Yeah.
Sounds like you fasting.
Yes, Master.
And your arrogance is making your fast difficult?
Well, yesterday it did.
Yesterday. Okay, well.
I thought I could do something, but no, I end up with consequences. And then I realized the level of arrogance. It was because of my level of arrogance. So that's what I repent. Master, I do have a question.
Yeah.
So when somebody do something in their past life and they are reborn as an animal and a cow. And yeah. Mm-hmm. And then now the cow is now in the supermarket. And people buy it.
Yeah.
When you eat it, you are eating the dead person, the one that did the transgression, or the ghost, or
You eating a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're eating the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some cows are pretty happy.
I mean, I'm not eating a cow.
Some
it's
cows
just that
can drink beer every day, get massage every day. I wouldn't mind being a cow. If I get a massage, someone to massage me every day and then give me beer. You see a cow drinking beer? Oh, it's fantastic. They look so happy. The eyes are so big. You know. Fascinating, like Indian people.
So you see, Master, yesterday I thought like, oh, I can go out. I wanted to go buy something to prepare for food for people who are eating.
Oh,
And
you
when
at least you try to run away from the temple. Our people who fast here, our people, they take our food and go. All of them. They don't even hide it. They just openly. I said, that's cheating, isn't it? You know, you're eating with not only with your mind, but also with your nose. I don't care. I'm suffering enough. Can't you see? Don't go outside. When you fast, don't go outside.
Yeah, that person that was, I guess, hidden in the, that turned out to be a cow, was at the supermarket and got on my back.
That's a long time ago. Don't worry. The cow, you're eating a cow. Don't worry about eating the person who then became a cow. That connection is severed. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. Don't think so much. Don't think so far.
Okay, Master.
Okay,
Thank you
very
so
good.
much.
Any other questions? See, I told you one.
I don't have a question, just to answer. I think Venerable XC might be attempted by visiting sagely grounds.
Sagely grounds? No, not at all. He has way mountain. He doesn't care.
Hi, Master. At the beginning of my fasting, I didn't really believe I could survive 9 days without eating anything.
Yeah, how is it possible? Not you. I mean, I would look at you, and when you told me that you could fast for 9 days, I'd say, not possible.
Yeah,
So how did you do it?
I was...
And look at her, she's still smiling. That's not fair. I've been eating for the last 9 days, great food. Today, street food from China and Taiwan. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. I was sent to an emergency room twice because I just skipped one meal and passed out. And the third time, people didn't send me to a hospital only because I was on an airplane.
Okay.
So I was really worried when I started. But I'm grateful for Venerable Xiansheng who pushed me through.
You could have died.
Yeah, but right now, although I'm wearing like a polar bear, I'm really bony. When I lie down, like all my bones hurt, so I cannot fall asleep. There's low fat to protect my bones from the hard mattress. And my body weight dropped from 100 pounds to 84 pounds. So my first question is, how can I get my weight back? And my second question is related to the first one. The spring semester will start in about 2 weeks. And on some days of the week, I need to give a 4-hour lecture on my feet, followed by 3 hours of advising meetings. So I need to speak for like 7 hours per day. I don't feel that my body and the brain are ready for that type of work. So what are your suggestions to get my body ready for that? Thank you, Master.
Yes, some more rest is the answer to the second question. Just rest some more. Don't worry about it. Okay? You build up your stamina again. Just eat slowly. What are you eating now? What are you into, solids yet?
No, so I just drank some fruit water.
Okay.
After my fasting was done at 5 p.m.
Okay, Sunday, that's Saturday, Sunday. It's only 2 days left, huh? Okay, you can start eating tomorrow.
No, I'm already done with fasting.
Okay, you can start eating solids midnight. Okay, that's tomorrow. Okay, you'll be fine. Okay, and the stamina will come. Actually, you won't have the stamina, but your mind will be a lot more alert. Okay, so don't be afraid. Be careful about the stamina thing. So during the talk, you may want to have like a can of Pepsi or something. Okay, so you can take a sip if you feel like the energy is not there, because your kung fu is not there yet. That's why you may want some external help, a shot of sugar or something. Okay. Don't use Monster. Monster is very, very bad for you. But you can get by with a little bit of a Coke or a Pepsi or something. Okay, if you need to. I don't think you need to. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed at how much energy and strength you have. Okay, just start eating tonight and eat. Start with the solids. Stay away from the oil. Avoid the oily stuff. Keep it natural. Few chemicals, and eat through the night. Okay, if you eat some, and then you go to bed, and then get up and eat some more, many small meals. Okay, you'll be fine.
Okay,
Friday,
thank you.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, 7.
To answer the question previously, is Master C attached to saving living beings?
Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah. I don't know where I came from. Anyway, you see, in the Pure Land is no relics. So that's why he's not prepared for it. Number 2, in Pure Land is no women. Yeah, young ones. If you sweet talk to him, any woman who sweet talk to him, he will love you to death. Saving others, yeah, all those fools all want to save others. That Vietnam group that that they practice their Vietnamese mantras, and they think they can save everyone. They're supposed to save everyone. They tell each other, themselves, that they're helping people go to the Pure Land. Nothing is further from the truth. They can't help people go to the Pure Land. You think, well, you're very selective. What do you think you are? We don't accept everyone. We don't. And so anyway, these Vietnamese people, I feel they're misguided, trying to save everyone. Okay, any other questions? Okay. Shall we go to the sutra? Entry into principle means dispensing with the pair, and then the 3 and 1 are both gone. But when considering the Buddha's manner of teaching, there can be either 3 or 1.
若入理双福，则三一两亡；若曰佛化仪，则能三能一。
Okay, so we in the area of this prologue here, where he's talking about a lot of profound Buddhist principles, and he does a survey of all the Buddhist teachings and how right now this section, how the Indians classify those teachings. So this is good for you in that you'll be able to hear these jargons. You see, when I speak Dharma to you, I speak using very simple terms because the objective is different. Okay, the objective is to help you cultivate and teach you how to cultivate. And to teach how to cultivate, I don't need a lot of jargons. I need to yell at you, I need to beat you up, I need to threaten you, I need to be mean, and so forth. Okay? And so I don't need a lot of Buddhist jargons. I can be my real self. Okay? But when it comes to sutras, Master Ching Liang is a great scholar, so he helps us. This thing here, it helps us, exposing us to the Buddhist jargons, so that in the future, when you hear, because you monks and you lay people as well, eventually we have this reputation and you come to BLI for training, and they're going to come at you and test you. You say, what about, could you explain to me what is this principle? And you know, and so I want you to hear about these things so that you won't be surprised. The first 15 years, 17 years, I didn't care. But now, because there's so many of you now, and so the community is getting bigger and bigger, and so more and more people will become jealous, and I want you to hear about these principles, this jargon. It's a good thing, okay? It's a very useful thing in my mind, because otherwise you'll be enlightened, but you don't know anything, meaning that you're totally useless. Okay? And so 1243 commentary, he says, he's basically talking about the three, in Buddhist teaching, the three schools, three vehicles. The Arhat vehicle, where you become an Arhat, the Pratyeka Buddha vehicle, where you become Pratyeka Buddha, and then the Bodhisattva vehicle, where you become enlightened, big enlightenment. Okay, so those are the three major vehicles. And ultimately, the Buddha says, all those are temporary vehicles. What I really want to teach you is one vehicle, the Buddha vehicle, where all of you should realize that the sound you hear, the Arhat, the Pratyeka Buddha, and the Bodhisattva vehicles, they all are transition. They all are designed to transition you to the one vehicle, the Buddha vehicle. That's all. All right? That's what you need to know. So don't be enamored with someone who says, I'm the best. And so you look at them. If your Dharma is the best, what is the highest level that your teachers have reached? Yes? I'm very American. You cannot BS with me. If your Dharma is so great, how far do your teacher go? If your teacher is an Arhat, then you are an Arhat vehicle. You're teaching an Arhat vehicle. Your teacher is Pratyeka Buddha, you are a Pratyeka vehicle. Your teacher is a Bodhisattva, then you are a Bodhisattva vehicle. But if your teacher is a Buddha, then I see you as a Buddha vehicle. How's that? Is that clear? There's no excuses for us. Okay? So stop BSing with us. Where have you been? Who's your teacher? What can he do? You're entitled to ask that. Okay? I don't beat around the bush. And so that's what it says here. It's not three, not one, it doesn't matter. But actually, if you have wisdom, then there's not a single Dharma established. Meaning it's no Chinese, it's no Japanese, it's no Vietnamese, it's no Tibetan, it's nothing whatsoever. It's no American. Bottom line. If your teacher still says, I am, and then, isn't that what the song says? Then your teacher has not reached the one vehicle yet. There's no need for you to proclaim yourself as Chinese, as Tibetan, as Vietnamese, and so forth. If you're so stuck on that, you say, I'm only Japanese, then your Dharma is not the one vehicle. Is it clear? Learn to listen and discern the nature of the path you're choosing, because it affects your future, folks. Because if your teacher tells you all you can do is be like me, run. If I will always be better than you, run. Because that's not the one vehicle that the Buddha teaches. Okay? And how do you know? Because this teacher of yours will be able, if he has real wisdom, it's not single Dharma is established. Dharma is with the capital D. A small d is okay too. Capital D is for you, small d for me. Okay? Not a single Dharma established. Let me explain to you. There is no Vietnam Buddhism. There's no Chinese Buddhism. There's no Japanese Buddhism. There's no Tibetan Buddhism. It's nothing whatsoever. And that's the ultimate wisdom of the one vehicle. Is it clear? That's all you need to know. You don't need to know what is the difference between this and that. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's nothing. Okay? Not a single Dharma has been established, not a single Dharma that you can attain, meaning that there's nothing that the Buddha Dharma is not Chinese, it's not Vietnamese, it's not Japanese. That's what it means, not a single Dharma established. Don't need to put a name to it, don't need to label it as Korean. Anyone who thinks like that has not understood the one vehicle yet. Okay? Because if you think like that, I am Vietnamese Buddhism, like the old abbot is proud of saying, okay? And then he has failed this second line here. Not a single Dharma can be obtained because he sees himself as Vietnamese Buddhism. He sees himself as Chinese Buddhism. There's no Chinese Buddhism. Wake up. There isn't anything at all. And that's the perfect teaching. That's a one Buddha vehicle. Yes, KU2.
네, 주민님의 코멘트입니다. 마스터 현지 노스님은 사리를 좋아하고 한국을 좋아하고 소외받고 약한 사람들에게 관심을 주고 자비를 주십니다.
Jumi's comment, Master C likes relics, he likes Korea, and he gives compassion to the weak people.
You're right. Okay, so Ifa Buli. Okay, meaning that this person looks at the Buddha Dharma, okay, and he sees it as empty. He sees nothing at all. you still see it as Chinese, you still see it as Vietnamese, you still see it as American, okay? And that's why your wisdom is limited. Okay? So this is a teaching that reminds you, the one vehicle here that we're teaching you is that there's not a single Dharma that we are establishing. It's nothing whatsoever. Okay? And therefore, it's not a single Dharma that you can attain. The teacher established nothing. There's nothing that you can attain. Don't label yourself. That's the ultimate teaching. All right? That's all you need to remember. I don't need to understand. Okay? I'm telling you the standard because you're like children. When you're children, okay, we want to tell you if you want to go eventually and get an education, you shoot for the moon, should go to MIT, should go to, if you are engineering, I would go to MIT, okay? Your mathematics, I would go to Princeton, and so forth, depending on your field, okay? And so, Yale, and so forth, for law, and so forth, okay? So that's why all you need to know is understand this, to remember this, that's all, okay? You don't need to understand it, okay? Just avoid these things, avoid these bad counsels, these bad advisors who will funnel them into their own limitations, meaning they want you to follow the Hinayana, they want you to follow the Pratyeka, they want you to follow the Bodhisattva thing, okay? You're much better than that. You deserve better than that. So don't allow yourself to be entrapped. Yes, Way Mountain.
A Di Đà Phật. Dạ, con kính chào thầy. Dạ, con thấy cái sự mà tuyệt thực rất là khó. Nhưng mà con thấy chùa mình á, ai cũng giỏi hết trơn. Tuyệt thực từ 9 ngày cho tới 10 mấy ngày luôn. Quá là hay. Riêng con thì con được có 5 ngày thôi. Mà trong khi con tuyệt thực á, thì con có thể cảm nhận được những cái điều như là thấy cái sự đói của chúng sanh ở ngoài kia. Những người bị đói họ sẽ khổ sở như thế nào. Và những người vô hình bị đói khổ. Cũng như riêng cá nhân con thì con thấy mình đói mấy ngày xong mình cũng có thể ăn lại được, mình cũng có thức ăn mình ăn, cho nên rất là hạnh phúc. Tuy nhiên con ăn có mấy ngày nhưng mà tại vì năm vừa rồi con làm được có 3 ngày mà nó khổ sở. Năm nay thì con lên được 5 ngày. Cũng mấy ngày sau cũng hơi khó khăn, nhưng nhờ cô Thuận với lại Martina khuyến khích con rất là nhiều. Dạ, con tính nói nhưng mà con quên. Dạ, bữa nay thì con cũng đã xong cái tuyệt thực 12 giờ trưa. Con thấy mọi người đều giỏi, rất là tán thán. Riêng bản thân con thì không có làm được như các vị. Nhưng con nhớ tới lời của Thầy nói là các vị phải không cần giỏi hơn ai, chỉ cần giỏi chính bản thân của mình mà thôi. Cũng đồng nghĩa với cái câu ngày xưa Đức Phật nói là chiến thắng vạn quân không bằng chiến thắng mình. Chiến thắng mình là một chiến công oanh liệt nhất. Dạ, con xin tán thán tất cả các chư vị ở chùa của mình đã làm được những cái điều rất là hay như vậy. Riêng con thì dở lắm, nhưng mà con cũng không có còn khó chịu nơi bản tâm mình. Nhờ cái lời nói của Thầy phải giỏi hơn chính bản thân mình, con thấy con giỏi hơn được mấy ngày, cho nên con rất là mừng. Hôm nay thì con 12 giờ trưa con xong, nhưng mà bụng con thì nó cũng còn đau. Nhưng mà con vậy là tối nay ngày mai con có thể ăn đồ cứng được hả Thầy? Không cần ăn cháo nữa Thầy. Tại vì con thèm. Tự nhiên con nhịn ăn xong con thèm chua cay mà con không ăn được.
And the real intention comes out in the end. What she wants to ask is that. Translation.
Emitofuo, hello, Master. I felt that your fasting Dharma is very wonderful and very hard. A lot of people here in many our way place has been fasting for 9 days or to more than that. However, I myself can only fast for 5 days, but during these times, when I was fasting, I could feel that the hunger of living beings outside, those people who's really thirsty and hungry, there's nothing that they can do. And also for those invisible that they're really hungry. But however, I myself, even though that I'm hungry, but then later on, I will be able to get back and consuming food. So I feel very happy about it. But so then last time my fast only lasts for 3 days and it's very painful. But this time I was able to last for 5 days. It's very painful, very difficult, but because of the help of Venerable Shinshun and Martina, I was able to complete my 5th day of fasting, and I'm very happy. I finished fasting at 12 o'clock today, and I asked myself, I understand that a lot of people around us, myself, very good about fasting, but Master has a saying, you don't need to be better than other people. You only need to be better than yourself. So it's in line with what the Buddha say, you conquer 10,000 troops. It's not even better than you conquer yourself. That is the best things you can do. So because of that, I listened to Master. I felt better. About myself. So then I have a question. So tonight, can I please eat hard food instead of just consuming liquid? Because this time of fasting, I crave for sour and spicy food, but I couldn't eat.
Okay, not tonight. You should suffer a little bit longer. You see, when we say 5 days, actually it takes you 7 days before, 2 more days before you can begin to eat normally. Okay? So for you personally this time, I think you should go very slow. You should follow this, breaking the fast Dharma there, which is very, very slow and much better for you. Okay? Don't try to rush through it. Okay? And it will make you even more humble. Okay? So that you look at your craving, you say, and I crave for this. I must have this. I have to endure a little bit longer. All right?
Dạ, con cảm ơn thầy.
Okay, good luck to you. Don't take any chances. Endure a little bit longer. It's better for you. Okay? All right. Anyone else? Okay. So that's why the Buddha says, ultimately, okay, be careful. It's for like I went to Korea and I see that some Sunims started promoting only Korean Buddhism is the best. Run away from those teachers, period. They're confused. 1245, therefore when competing there is attachment to rights and wrongs, but with penetration there is no debating between adversaries. The collection's 5 categories may be different, but none is apart from a Dharma realm.
是故禁止是非，达无为真， 大集五部虽异，不离法界。
Okay, 1246. And this is where I fault his disciples a little bit. You do not want to distort the sage's teachings just to sound better. You don't have enough wisdom. Okay? In ancient China, when they translated the Dharma from Sanskrit to Chinese, they had really advanced specialists who did that. These people, well, let me tell you, the translation here is a little bit off. And when you do that, okay, you are distorting the advanced Dharma of Master Ching Liang. And it's a very serious offense. Okay, whoever authorizes, approve this, will pay the price, along with those who translated and participated in this process. Okay, the teaching is very clear. He says that, be careful of competition, of fighting, because when you fight, there is attachment to right and wrong. Okay, this goes back to the fundamental teacher, the fundamental 6 principles that Master YongHua said. Okay, no fighting. Remember the first principle is no fighting. Okay, and he says this explains to you why when there's fighting and there's competition, there's attachment to right and wrong. Okay, that's worldly. That's what worldly people do. And it cannot open your wisdom. When you engage in worldly pursuits, it's okay to compete, to fight. And that the fighting and competition is based on right and wrong. Yes. But when you're cultivating and try to open your wisdom, you have to stop fighting. Okay? Because if you stop fighting, there is penetration. Ta is you penetrate. Why is it called ta or penetration? Ta is you penetrate through your stupidity, your confusion. Confusion is there for you to penetrate. Just like those stupid depression ghosts are there to give you a hard time in order for you to rise above them. Okay? If you penetrate through, okay? If you rise above your depression ghost attack, you'll be free and you'll be happier. And happier and happier and happier. That's why I proclaim them to be stupid, because I simply use them to let them attack you. Instead of, if they don't attack you, it would be a lot slower for you to rise above it. You have no incentives. Don't be so weak. I don't want to suffer. You're here to suffer, idiot. You're only denying your suffering. You're fooling yourself because you're so weak you don't dare look at it. Yes, that's the case. Stop thinking you're that smart. Stop thinking that your life is under control. Go to the Pure Land. That's the only hope for you. Be more humble. Okay? Because that delusion of yours, the confusion of yours, the suffering of yours, okay? We're using it to motivate you to rise above it. and have a better life, have more meaningful life, happier life. Because if you're not challenged, the best of you will not come out. So what do you want? You want to be safe? You want to run away from suffering? You want to put your head under the sand so that you don't have to face these difficulties? Then you'll never be at your best. We, as human beings, have this ability to rise to the challenge. You know that? This is why what the Chan training is about. We challenge you and challenge you and challenge you. And you know what? Each and every one of you who's willing to give it a try, like it. Why? Because it's no longer intellectual. You're discovering things about yourself. You say, wow, I like myself. I really like it better than before. There's a price to pay, folks. You have to suffer in order to find out your superior nature. It's because of the suffering that your superior nature will rise above it, because it says, I'm better than this. That's the psychology of the Chan training in a way yang. It's called measured difficulties. It's by design. If it's too much, you break, like the one half disciple of mine who died because it's too much for him. But do not cower and run away and hide your head under the sand because it's difficult. Just listen to that woman who just asked. She says, she's the one who came to me and she said, Master, I've been reciting Buddha's name for 20 years now. In the morning, I recite Ersto Bodhisattva's name 108 times. And she gave me a list of these things. And she said, this is what I've been doing for a long, long time. I know that you've been teaching, but you probably haven't taught as long as I have been cultivating. So what do you think of my cultivation? I said, you're so fantastic. Why do you ask me? What do you want from me? Confirmation you're a great cultivator? Yes, you're a great cultivator. But I didn't dare ask her, are you enlightened yet? Have you seen the Buddha yet? Have you entered the Buddha's recitation yet? You all talk. You all brag about it. But the bottom line, what have you accomplished? What have you gained? What have you attained? You are more peaceful or not? You feel happier inside or not? You feel life is worth living or not? Huh? You feel your ego has diminished or not? Is it going bigger or bigger when you learn the Buddha Dharma and you practice the Buddha Dharma, or the ego shrinks and shrinks? If your ego gets bigger and you feel you're so important, and you're better than anyone else, you know what? You're on the wrong tracks. Get the hell out of there. You're hurting yourself. You know why I talk like this? Because I need to slap you in the face to remind you, get the hell out of that track. It's not good for you. Because no one else dares do that for you. No one cares. And besides, I'm violent. I like it. Yes, question over here, number 4.
Is it good to persuade happiness? Because
when you pursue happiness and then you don't get it, is it cause more suffering?
Good question. Is it okay to pursue happiness? Yes, it is okay. It's American. We guaranteed the pursuit of happiness. And that's what it means to be American, Republican and Democrat. We all guaranteed that right. But don't mess with Trump or Elon. Okay, it'll make life miserable for you. But besides that, okay, anything else is okay. Is it okay to pursue happiness? We don't pursue happiness. We pursue suffering. We pursue putting an end. We don't look at happiness because this is what worldly people do. They look at on the plus side. They look at happiness. They look at gains. They look at money. They look at me. I'm important. Why can't you respect me and respect me more? Okay? That's the wrong side of the equation. If you want to be happy, we look at the other side of the equation. You know what happiness entails? It entails less suffering, not more things, not more of the ego, not more cars, not more money, even though it helps. Make the suffering more pleasurable, okay? But it's not happiness. Happiness, let me tell you, young lady, is the experience of less suffering. The happier you are, it's only because you suffer less and less. People, ordinary people, have the wrong approach to real happiness. Their pursuit of happiness, as you talked about, as enshrined in our American Constitution, is called enslavement. Okay? You're enslaving yourself to alcohol. You're enslaving yourself to drugs. You're enslaving yourself to attention. You're enslaving yourself to your ego, feeling bigger and bigger, becoming bigger and bigger. And that's enslavement. It's no happiness there. Whereas happiness, the true nature of happiness, and the most effective way to seek happiness is to get rid of things that make you unhappy. Fundamentally, okay, the approach of worldly people to happiness is flawed. That's why look around you. Look at old people. Are they happy? They're not. Too late for them. So the next generation says, I see the mistakes my parents made. I will not make them. Okay? I will find my way. I will find my size of happiness in life. And you know what? It works better for them. But when they get older, you ask them. And the same answer as the prior generations. Are you happy? No, I'm not. It's because ordinary people, their approach to pursuing happiness is flawed. That's why historically, in the history of mankind the last 5,000 years since Egypt and the Neanderthals, no one is happy. Because they pursue happiness. There's lack of wisdom that's enshrined in our American Constitution. It's okay for you to be unhappy for life. So let me repeat for all of you again. Happiness is, the nature of happiness is that you are happy already by yourself. But you have things that makes you unhappy. Okay? If you, like ordinary people, choose to only pursue things that give you pleasure, and you call it happiness, it's called confusion. Because, as I said, it's enslavement. Okay? Today, I enjoyed Chinese street food brought to America. Okay? And they brought this bag of spices that has no onion and garlic. Now I know if I went to street food in China, in Shanghai, in China, they will be full of that. So they made a special concoction of the spices with how the 5 bunch of plants, and they cook the food there, and then they stick the skewers there, and they put it in that solution. I said, wow, this is so nice. You know what? I like it so much I want to eat it again tomorrow. So I've been enslaved to Chinese street food. You can hardly call it happiness. I call it enslavement. Those of you who missed today's food, you're very lucky. Okay? You see, right there, look at your daily life. Look at the things that give you pleasure, actually are enslaving you, are creating cravings for you. This woman who just finished fasting, what does she crave? Cow? Of all the things in the world, she wants porridge, solid porridge. Isn't it crazy? Huh? All right? And so, that's why the approach of ordinary people, that's how you can tell people who have wisdom versus people who have no wisdom. People who have no wisdom, okay, they don't know how to pursue happiness. They're so confused. They're enslaving themselves. That's all they're doing, okay? Whereas the people who understand how to pursue happiness, this is what they do, okay? They reduce those elements, those things that make them unhappy. For example, you know, having a beer feels good. Yeah? I love imported beers. I don't like American beers. Okay? I love imported beers. You give me Guinness, you give me Beck's, you give me, I cannot name them all anymore. That's happiness. Okay? So after I became a monk, okay, I deprived myself of beer, believe it or not. Some monks still stealthily go to the liquor store and buy some beers and drink it in the cars. By giving up beer, you give up those flavors, but you also, on the other hand, freeing you from being enslaved to imported beers. Okay? It's not the beer, let me tell you. It's the attachment, that the craving for the beer that enslaves you. Don't blame the beer. The beer is innocent. The beer is beautiful in its glorious ways. I see nothing wrong with Johnny Walker Blue Label. Visop is so Vietnamese. Okay? When I was 25 years ago, Visop is what you drink, man. What men drink. And along with frog legs. We know how to live. And fun for me, when I was 19 years old, 18 years old, was go to these quang nhậu. You know what quang nhậu is? That's where you get frog legs fried in butter and garlic and Maggi. And then you drink beer 33, the big bottle, with that label that has a face of a tiger. And you drink it until you're drunk, and you crawl to your bike, and you drive home. And that's happiness for us, day after day after day. Isn't that glorious happiness? And you cannot blame the beer. The beer is innocent. The frog legs is innocent. The restaurants are innocent. Okay? It's you who choose to be enslaved by those things. So let me tell you about true happiness. So I'm talking about enslaving versus depriving yourself. That's what you say. So what's happy about that? Let me tell you about real happiness. Real happiness, and boys, don't quote me, is that you first learn to deprive yourself from the attachment until you no longer crave for it. That's when you're free to drink, you're free to eat. Anything you want. That's true happiness. Now you can eat, you can drink Visop, and you enjoy at that moment only, and that moment only, and no more. Whereas ordinary people, they drink the Blue Label Johnny Walker, and after they drink it, they crave for it again. Like that woman who craving for cow. That's unhappiness. But she's on the way to being happy. Because you understand happiness? Happiness is not deprivation, mind you. True happiness is to be able to enjoy without attachments. If you enjoy and you are attached to it, it's called enslavement. It's not happiness. The pursuit of enslavement, not the pursuit of happiness. We pursue happiness by starting by this process. We let go and we deprive ourselves because it clears our head so that we see clearer, and then it brings you to eventually us to the point where we are no longer attached to it. Therefore, it's safe to enjoy it if we want to. That's total freedom. How's that for happiness? Imported beers for life. You got that? Okay? That's happiness, folks. Don't look at the other teacher said, you need to deprive yourself, you need to abstain from this. Yes, only a starting point in order for you to learn to identify your attachment and let go your attachment, then you're free. When you're free from attachments, you can do anything you want. That's true happiness. You have no more fear. Okay, final question, DTT, and then we stop tonight.
Emitofuo Master, I have a question about the...
I love... What's that drink again? That alcohol thing? I went to Mexico City a long time ago to do business. And this man here brought me his favorite restaurant and gave me some Jose Cuervo. What is that called, that drink? She doesn't drink at all, this woman. You might as well become a nun. Tequila, excuse me. Yeah, tequila.
Tequila or mezcal,
Okay.
maybe?
Yeah.
Mezcal.
100-year-old tequila. Whoa. I said, wow. I love tequila. Sorry, I got distracted. You can tell I'm very still attached to tequila.
Well, tequila is good.
Excuse me? Once?
I don't drink it anymore, but it's good, it's good. Tequila is good. It's very popular, actually.
Very popular, yeah. No, it's 100-year-old tequila bottle that she kept it for him. This guy is a real playboy. He says, this is my favorite restaurant. She cooks the best food for me, so I leave her my tequila, so I don't have to bring it every time.
Oh,
Real playboy. They know how to live, the Mexicans.
Master, I have a question about the one vehicle.
Yes.
That means that all the Dharma doors that we practice here at Body Light, and also all the Dharma doors in the whole world, even the false ones,
yes,
are actually the one vehicle, and all of these are all that interfuse with the one vehicle?
Yes. It's all. That's why, you see, that's why we embrace Hinayana, we embrace Catholicism, Judaism, Vietnam, Taiwan, Tibetan, Japanese. We embrace them all because all those are just preparations for us to teach you the one vehicle. Okay? There's no need to discriminate. And that's what all I'm teaching you tonight. There's no need to say that I'm Chinese, I'm American. Okay? Those are temporary names, but eventually the ultimate Buddha Dharma is the one vehicle of the Dharma realm. Okay? The national ethnicity boundaries are too small. The one vehicle means the one vehicle here for the entire universe. Okay? It's only one that embraces everything, because everything, doesn't matter who you are, we have the Dharma to help you become a Buddha. And all of you can become Buddhas. And all of you will become Buddhas. Yes, losers like you can become Buddhas. The sooner you realize you're a loser, the sooner you become a Buddha. If you think you're special, there's not much hope for you. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Is there a next week? Yeah. Yeah, 6, quickly, that's it. I'm running out of time.
Master, I was just going to ask quickly, I've been just sitting here and only uncrossing my legs to eat a little bit at lunchtime, but then I'm very sleepy and just sleeping a lot. And I'm trying to recite mantras or recite the Vajra Sutra, but is it good to just continue just crossing my legs? Or anything else I should be doing or trying to cultivate?
Fight. Keep fighting. It's only one thing. Fight to the death. As long as you're not dead yet, you fight. And you fight. And you fight. That's the way young. That's all that matters. No excuses. If you can kill me, go for it. But I refuse to die. I will fight and fight and fight. Yes. What do you want? 7.
Question about what you said, Master, earlier about you can eat what you want if you're not attached to it. That doesn't apply to things with a karmic consequence, right? Like eat the frog legs. Can you do that if you're not attached to it?
I can. I'm 70 years old. I can eat anything I want. That's the rule.
Can we do that?
Finally. I'm not enlightened, but I'm reached the right age. You heard a child master eating pigeons, right? Eat a pigeon and he spit out the pigeon with one missing.
知公禅师.
Yeah, it's right there.
So,
eat anything. Once you have the wisdom, you eat anything you want.
What about the karmic of the killing karma of eating the?
You ask them. I don't know. I'm not there.
Okay, thank you, Master.
What do you want from me? The promise that it's okay for you to eat pigeons?
No.
Huh? What do you want? What are you up to?
Okay, so this is coming from, I had a trip recently to Hawaii, and I've been having this feeling for a while that Master teachers are having fun in life, but I feel a lot of fun in traveling is just about food, and we really cannot eat much food. Our whole family is vegetarian, and we go like all the recommended stuff cannot really eat, and then we kind of like everyone order like veggie ramen. 6 people, it's really boring. It's kind of like makes the experience a lot less fun. So I'm having the thought that maybe I can eat meat when I travel or something. But we tried a little bit of like the fish stuff. It doesn't taste that good too, so I don't know.
Let me try fish first, and then we can talk about it later.
It's the best poke bowl.
When I started cultivating, I started memorizing the Shrangama mantra, and after that, Burger King, what they call it, Whopper, became bitter. I was very unhappy. That's the nature of cultivation. Evolves eventually. You understand. Okay, how to deal with it. Your level is too low now to talk about it. If you can eat a pigeon and then spit it out, then we can talk about attachment to food. Don't think you're the same. These people, they are different levels. So when you're not there yet, it's best to stay on the safe side and reduce attachments. On the other hand, just to be fair, on the other hand, sometimes having wisdom means that you should make sacrifices. Because when you go to your with your family and they're enjoying themselves and you say, I'm vegetarian. I hate it here because it's all garlic and onion. Then I would not call that enlightened person, but I call that a bitch. Why can't you just empty yourself and eat onion and garlic so that you can share in the joy with your friends and your family? Why can't you do that? What kind of enlightenment are you? Enlightenment you is to serve yourself? Whew. I would not be impressed. See, you're not there yet. That's why you still don't understand. Work harder. Still self-centric. It's me. I don't want to create karmas. I don't want to, I don't want onion. I don't want garlic. Wisdom is not big enough yet. Okay, we stop here tonight. Thank you, everyone. What did I do?